So, good morning, everyone, and happy Easter. So, today we're going to work on shoulders. And I know this is a challenging area for some of you. So, we're going to take it nice and slow. And the big thing as we start to work both strengthening and stretching out the shoulders is to be aware of the tension that is created, especially in the neck, as we work with the shoulders and the upper back, and to consciously and continuously relax the jaw, shake out the neck, move it, come in and out of pose as you need to. um, Upper body, we were talking about this at the Friday class. One of the things that goes the quickest as we get older is upper body strength. And unless we are sticking with it and doing our best to keep our upper body strong, we can lose it really quickly. So let's start by sitting well. And that sitting well is either legs straight or knees bent. It's either your normal easy pose or anything that makes sense for you as we sit for a moment. And then feel your whole torso, right? So feel the alignment from tailbone to the base of the skull. And maybe feel the natural curves of your spine. Maybe close the eyes, start to tap into your breath. And maybe there is a soft awareness of the lower belly as you tone in, just to help support the low back and so that you don't overarch through there. And feel your breath. And start to imagine the curves of the spine, that soft inward curve at your neck, the soft outer curve of the upper back, moving all the way down to that inner curve of the lower back, and then an even more subtle outward curve of the sacrum and tailbone. And maybe with the eyes closed, you can picture the spine. You can see it moving. And even if you know your spine isn't exactly perfect in its curvature, just try to imagine the curves, right? That are there, that should be there. And notice how, as we align the spine, the whole body feels lighter. The whole body starts to soften and lighten, almost as if we could resist gravity a little bit. Notice if you've already started to tighten the jaw. Notice if you've already started to jut the chin forward. Good. Start to deepen your breath, moving it in and exhaling it out. And again. And then let the eyes open up and start to roll the shoulders. Just simple shoulder rolls already. I'm warm. This is not a good sign. So just roll your shoulders. And my little students here in the room, if you both either of you get warm, just open up some windows. So just roll and feel the movement of your shoulders and notice, right, what we do as habit. If we bring the shoulders up, do we drop the head forward? What is our normal movement here? And then take them all the way up to your ears and just hold them. And if wherever your hands are, see if you can press the hands gently down into the legs as you squeeze the shoulders up, right? Feel like a little turtle here. And then exhale and slowly let them come down. And take right ear to right shoulder. Relax your jaw And then with your head or your chin, just kind of reach it forward or out to the right side and then tuck it back towards center. And reach it out to the side and center. It's almost as if you were doing a sideways yes with your head, tucking it down and then reaching it to the side. Good. One more here. Maybe that chin reaches a little further out. Good. And then tuck the chin down toward your chest. Bring it over to the left side. Pause here. Notice the shoulders. Are they rounding forward? Try to keep the shoulders nice and wide. And then same thing here, tucking it toward the opposite side chest and then reaching it away. Just stretching out some of these muscles. We've talked before about the trapezius muscles and how tight they can get and how big a muscle it is. And mostly what we tend to feel is the upper trapezius muscles that go all the way to the base of the skull. Good. One more here, tucking and then reaching a little. And bring your chin to your chest. Take both hands very softly, interlace. Don't pull on your head. If it's okay for your neck, let the elbows get heavy. Tone the belly in. And as you inhale, reach the head into the hands. Open up your elbows. Stretch, maybe look up at the ceiling, starting to open up the thoracic spine, the chest. As you exhale, elbows toward the floor. You don't have to go that far. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, take it down. Good. Three more. Inhale, open up. Exhale it down. Two more. Breathe. Start to move your chest. Good. Last one. Reach up. Exhale down. And once you've come back down, let the hands come to the floor and walk those hands as far out as you're able to. Maybe you're coming mostly flat back, maybe you're still pretty upright. So wherever you are is perfect. And then just move a little bit side to side, just stretch outside body. That's it. And slide all the way back up. Roll your shoulders back. Good. Let's change out the legs. Maybe straighten those legs out. That might feel a little bit better. So once your legs are straight, give them some good energy. Maybe flex the feet. Grab one of your blocks. Sit up nice and tall. If sitting up tall with straight legs just doesn't work for you, it's usually a tight hamstring or pelvis issue. Bend your knees, right? So easy. So no strain, no strain. Grab your block, take it up overhead. And then keep the palms to the sides of your block, bend your elbows and bring it down. Now notice if your elbows want to go way out to the side. Try to keep them tucked closer to your ears. And then reach up and bend. Good. Reach it up and bend. Right? A little bit of tricep work, but also big time shoulder opening. Good. And again, reach up, bend. Good. Reach it up and bend. One more here. Reach up and bend. And this time I want you to take the back of the block to the back of your head. Hold on to the block. Open your elbows. Good. Press the head gently into your block. Maybe look up. Ooh, yeah. And breathe, everybody. Take that block up, bring the elbows in, take the block up, take it right in front of you. Keep those palms right where they are and bend and press out. Just bend it and press out. So just warming up the arms, warming up the shoulders. Find your breath, push out. Good. And squeeze. Last one here, bend and squeeze. Good. Roll your shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. It's the palms of the hands, not the fingers holding. I want you to squeeze the block. Good. Working chest, right? No kidding. Good. Notice your legs. Notice if they've gotten really kind of soupy there. So spread or press through the legs, press through the feet. Breathe lower. Keep the press. Reach up until you cannot reach it anymore. It might be straight overhead, it might be part way forward. Breathe and lower. Feel the work in the shoulders. And reach up. Breathe and lower. Good. One more right here. Push into your block, everybody. Whew. And lower and release. Shake it out. Good. Set your block aside for a moment and find a way to sit where you can access your hands. So you can sit with your legs crossed, your legs out to the side. You can even sit in a little hero pose here, whatever makes sense for you, just to switch out the legs again and work with the wrists just a little bit. So take the hands in front of you. I'm going to turn to the side. Maybe you can see here. Just take the hands in front of you, roll the shoulders back, and then peel the palm of the hand off. So just your fingers, just your forefingers really are down and release. Do the other side as if you were walking in place, right? With your hands. So just starting to spread and reach through the fingers. Be mindful. Good. Couple more. I feel like a pantomime or something, right? Or like, or a mime or something. Good. And release. Now I want you to lift the fingers. Try to get your thumbs off there too, but try to keep the rack of knuckles, right? What would be the ball mounds of the hands. Press that down, but lift your fingers. Try to keep the rack of knuckles down, but lift the fingers. Woo, and lower down. Good. Lift the fingers. So you're planting as much of your palm into the floor as possible. I can barely get my thumbs off, but I can get the rest of them up. And lower. Good. One more time. Lift. Feel the forearm work, right? Who knew? As we stretch through those fingers. Good. Release and shake them out. Good. This time I want you to take your hands beside you. Palms are face up. Your wrists are stretching through the back. Yep, again, watch, be mindful, don't overweight the hands. Breathe and peel those off, shake them out. One last one here. So you're going to take your hands forward, fingers are pointing forward. Now take them out to the sides. Yep. Then take them behind you and then take them in. One more time. Take them forward, take them out to the sides, take them back behind you, whoo, and take them to the inside and release it. Shake them out. Good. And then really shake your fingers and then do thumb to each other finger. So tap back and forth. See if you can do it watching and then see if you can do it not watching. Your own hands, not me. Good. Couple more, right? Working with the brain here. And the more I talk, the less I can do it. And shake them out. Good job, everybody. Shake that out. And let's come to all fours, table pose. Have your blocks right near the front of your mat. If you want a blanket under your knees, go ahead and do that, right? Always, always. So plant those hands again and notice, right? Press through the fingers, press through the four corners of your hands. Make sure you've got more weight toward the center or thumb side than you do to the pinky side. And then really round your spine, really round it. Come into a big, deep cat pose and feel your hands, right? And then feel what it's doing to the arms, to the shoulders as we round all that forward and gently release that, come into a nice cat. And then notice the change in the hands, the change in the arms and in the shoulders, right? We just got nice and broad in the shoulders. Come to a neutral spine. And think of this as an upper back push-up. I just want you to sink between the shoulder blades and then spread them out wide. So you're not really moving much of anything else. You're just dropping between your shoulder blades and pushing out again. Yep, couple more here. Just squeeze in and press out. Squeeze in and press out. Last one, drop down and press out. And then lower down to your elbows. You can softly interlace your hands. Your knees are still underneath your hips. And same thing, I want you to drop into your shoulder blades and press back out again. Watch for the tension in the head neck here. Make sure you're not looking up. Keep the chin as level as you can. Dropping down, reaching out. Drop down, spread the shoulders wide. Last one, drop down and spread the shoulders wide. This time I want you to keep those shoulders wide. Imagine someone's trying to pull your elbows away from you, but your hands are resisting. So you're trying to pull the hands apart, trying to pull the elbows apart. Watch that tension, head, neck, tone through your belly. Press one leg back and breathe. Press the other leg back optionally for plank pose. Third option here, knees down. So you're doing an elbow plank on your knees. Check out the hands, check out the shoulders, watch your neck. Good. From here, I want you to look down at your toes and then look at your thumbs. And look down at your toes and at your thumbs. Good. Last one here. Look at your toes and look at your thumbs. Release your knees. Press into one hand, press into your other hand. You're back to table pose. So take the knees wider. Maybe the feet come a little bit closer, but the knees are wider. This tends to be easier. Take your right hand or whichever hand you want and reach it back behind you. Take it up to the ceiling. Reach it forward and down. Good. Reach up. Go slow here. So tendency is to speed through this. I want you to feel your shoulders. Two more. And down. Last one. And down. Same arm. I want you to take it under your left arm or which other arm, since I didn't specify, and then take it up to the ceiling. And down. And up. Good. Three more. Take it down. And reach it up. Down. And up. Good. Last one. Reach it across. And then take it up and hold. And feel the wingspan, right? One hand to the other hand. Exhale, let it go. Walk both hands forward and come into a little puppy stretch. So puppy stretch, usually your knees and your hips line up. Forehead rests on the floor. Your belly is slightly toned here. Your elbows are either off the ground or on the ground. What does that feel like for you? Breathe. Stretch it out. And come on up. Walk those hands back underneath your shoulders. And let's go to the other side or left side. Bring it back. Reach it up and forward. That's it. Stretch it out. This is 3. We're going to 5. Go slow. That's it. And 5. Good. Release. I'm going to scoot a little to the side so I have some room here. Take that arm up, stretch, and down and under. And reach it up. Down and under. And up. Good. Down and under. 2 more. Reach, stretch, and release. Last one. Reach and release. And then take it up and hold. And breathe, breathe, breathe. Watch that head, watch that neck. Release that hand, take it down. Good, listen up. So in honor of Easter, we're gonna do rabbit pose, which we haven't done in forever. So again, be mindful. So rabbit pose is kind of interesting to me. You stay more or less knees to hips. You take the very top of your head, not your forehead, but the top of your head to the floor. And then you reach back with one hand, you reach back with the other hand, and see if you can hold on to your heels of your feet. Be mindful because you don't want a lot of weight on. You should be able to totally control the weight that's on your head right now as you stretch out your shoulders and breathe. So this is a little rabbit, right, with its ears tucked behind it. Optionally, and only if you have control of the weight on your head, release your hands, interlace those hands, and bring those up. Breathe. Release those hands back down. Hold on to your heels and stretch those shoulders. Good. Release. Hands come back to the floor. Come back to table pose. Spread the fingers. Press into your hands. Step back to your first downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Bend one knee, then the other knee, and breathe. And think about, right, inner elbows face each other, and the elbows kind of point in the same direction as your thumbs. It's kind of a little esoteric cue there, but maybe you look at where your elbows are and see if you can trace that line to the tip of your thumbs. Yeah, breathe. Good. So listen up. I want you to very much on purpose step forward a big step, like almost halfway forward with both feet. Wrap those shoulders back wide, right? Take it nice and deep. You're in this either really weird forward fold or this really short downward facing dog. Keep reaching the inner elbows toward each other without scrunching up your shoulders. Feel this big hamstring stretch. Your knees can be bent as much as they need to be. And then step right back down to down dog. Step on down to down dog. Pedal out your feet. Maybe start to wiggle your hips now, right? Check the hands. Make sure that most of the weight is center or toward thumb and index. Good. Last one here. Step forward with the other foot. Come halfway forward. Roll your shoulders really wide as if you were holding on to that beach ball, right? How do we hold the beach ball without scrunching the shoulders? The head neck is nice and loose. Squeeze your belly, everybody, and then walk your hands to your feet. Open up your shoulders. So take those shoulders away from your ears. Go really broad here in your shoulders. Bend the knees. One hand to one knee, one hand to the other knee. Listen up. Squeeze your belly in. Lengthen your chest. Now lengthen the back of your neck. What does that mean? I'm not lifting my chin. I'm taking the back of the neck long, the tailbone long, the back long, belly squeeze. Take one hand to your back pockets. Take the other hand to your pockets. Roll the shoulders back and come to standing. Woo, and breathe. Just roll it out, everybody. Grab one block. Woo, shake it out. So maybe just an easy mountain pose. Be really mindful that you don't just pop those knees back, right? You don't want to do that. Keep them soft, but a solid mountain pose. The block is right in front of you. Hold on to it with your right hand open wide. Take it back as far as it'll go. Your other hand stays forward. And center, go to the other side. Whoops, can't follow my own instructions. And forward, right? The tendency is to want to bring both arms back. Good, and forward, reach back. Forward, reach back. And forward, I know I keep popping the Buddha back there. And forward, reach back. Forward, reach back. Forward. This time I want you to hold. I'm going to turn sideways so I've got some room here. So I want you to hold and just think about this. One hand reaching forward, one arm reaching back, but the shoulders square. So what's that mean? That front arm's got to pull back a little bit. Whoo, and feel the back arm. It's like, what the heck? That's it. Breathe. Reach that back arm up and over your head. Put the block in your other hand and switch. Bring that arm back. Try to square the shoulders, tone the belly. Breathe. Feel that big stretch for that back shoulder. Same thing, bring it up and overhead. Grab it with your right hand, take it back. This is going to come into play in a little bit. And last one, reach up. Hold on to it. Oops, reach back and breathe. And release it. Oh, good. Roll it out. You would not think that that would be a big deal, right? It's amazing. All right, blocks in front of you. Take it out. Reach it overhead and down below. So you're doing a big circle with your arms. Reach up and down and up. Though you all can't see this, but there's a ceiling fan above my head and I keep hitting it. So it's like it's on, but it really isn't. Good. Hold up, hold up. Go the other way. Switch and up. Good. Down. Who knew, right? Shoulder work and down. Last one. Take it up and down. I want you to hold it down, turn it to the side, squeeze that block and breathe. Bend the elbows, squeeze it in. Take both arms up, squeeze it back behind you. Yep, a little work here. Up, bring it down, squeeze it down. So it's a bicep curl, a shoulder lift, tricep, and up. Bring it down, release. One more. Squeeze it in, and up, and down, and up, down, and let it go. Yeehaw. All right. So blocks to the front of your mat. You're going to need them. Make sure that you can reach them. Feel free to open the windows, my girls, if you want a little bit more air. So start at the front of your mat. Roll your shoulders back. Find a really good mountain pose. There's one up high too, Krista. And then inhale, reach up. Feel that, right? So this is just a Tadasana, right? A standing mountain pose, but now we've added the arms. So we find that big reach without locking out the arms. As you exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, halfway up. Maybe take the hands to your shins. Roll your shoulders back, lengthen the back of your neck. Exhale all the way down. Soften the knees, step back, right leg. Take your left foot just 1 foot wider and lower your right knee. Release your back toes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your hand or bend your elbows, touch your back. Inhale, reach up, take those hands down. Lift your knee off the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Plant your hands, everybody. Find your breath. Step halfway up and come into this little short dog. Breathe. What are you doing with your shoulders? Imagine if you were going to do a headstand or a handstand here. Maybe come up to the ball mounds of your feet. Feel the weight in the hands, the wrists, the shoulders. Lower your heels. Step back to downward facing dog. Find your breath, everyone. Hang in there. Do what you can do. Don't worry about the rest of it. Plank pose. Soften your head, soften your neck. I said I wasn't going to do this, but here we are. Lower your knees, lower your elbows, interlace your hands, lift your knees to plank pose, optional lift of the knees. Press into your forearms, everybody. Try to relax your head, your neck. Breathe, tuck the belly, find your strong plank, lower your knees. Push into one hand, push into the other hand. Lift to down dog. Lots and lots and lots going on. Squeeze your belly, broaden your shoulders. Step forward, right leg. Step forward, left. Let your head hang. Let your torso hang. Watch your lower backs. You know who you are. Breathe. Bend your knees. Either transfer to knees and then up, or reach your arms up, move through your core. Exhale your hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders back. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Pause. Hands to shins, lift up halfway. Find that big opening here. Exhale it down. Soften your knees, step back, left leg. Before you lower the knee, just take that right foot one sideways step forward or to the side. and lower your left knee. Release your toes. Inhale, reach up and breathe. Can feel which side's tighter, that's for sure. Exhale your hands to the floor. Breathe. Lift your knee off the floor. Step back, down dog. Pedal it out. Stretch it out. Walk your feet halfway up. We're just playing with some ideas here. Maybe come to your tippy toes, right? The ball mounds. Feel the weight in the upper body. Squeeze the heck out of your tummy. Lower your heels. Step back again, down dog. Breathe. Plank pose. Find your breath. Do that little bit of a tummy tuck, right? So that we support this pose. Lower your knees. Elbow, elbow. You can either interlace your hands or you can keep the hands separate. If you do, press into the palms, lift your knees and breathe. Knees up is optional. Find your breath. Watch your head, watch your neck. That's it. Find your breath. Lower your knees purposefully. Push up on one hand, push up on the other hand. Come to plank, then to down dog. Step forward, left leg. Take the time to get your alignment every time. And then step forward, right leg. Bend both knees, squeeze your belly. Inhale all the way up. Exhale your hands to your heart. And roll your shoulders. Roll, 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 roll. Good. That was the easy part. We're going from there. All right. So grab both of your blocks and put them on your mat. And then step back right leg so that you're in a lunge. Think about where your shoulders are, where your hands are. So this is the part that we're just going to figure out what I'm doing, right? What you're going to do as we go. So look at your lunge, make sure it's wide enough. Your knee is smack over the center of your front foot. All I want you to do, tone the belly, by the way, besides tone the belly, is to drop your back foot to the side position and make sure your front knee doesn't roll into the middle. That's simple. And then turn back into your more standard lunge. Good. Again, drop it to the side. Adjust the front knee, front hip if you need to, and then turn it back. Easy, easy peasy. Step forward, step back the other leg. So I purposely asked you to go a little wider in your pose because it is more stable. And when we go from lunge to that drop of the back foot, warrior two stance, right? We've got our heel to heel alignment for most of us. So straighten the foot again and turn it again. Check the front knee. Good. Straighten it and step forward. Well done. Bend your knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Widen through your shoulders and release it. Shake out those hands, shake out those wrists. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. If your hands are on your blocks, maybe take them lower just for the transition part. Bend the knees, step back, right leg. Widen your pose a little bit. I want you to take your block that's to the outside of your left foot and stack it on your other block. So you've got one hand to your left knee, one hand to your stack of blocks, okay? Squeeze your belly in. Grab that one block. If you can, you're going wide. If you can't, go narrow. Grab that one block, push off your left knee and lift up. And breathe. You're in this just funky little lunge, right? Take your other hand up and grab your block. You're holding on to both sides. Bend your elbows and lift up. Good. You're going to drop your back heel take the block behind you and open up to warrior two. Breathe. Tone the belly in. Don't spill the pelvis. Make sure your front knee didn't roll into the middle. Here's where it gets a little tricky, right? So you're going to transition, take that block up overhead, turn forward, transition forward, grab your block, take it up, bend your elbows. Take the block right to the back of your head, press the head in and lift up. Yep. Reach up. Here we go again. Take the blocks forward, grab it with your right hand, open it up. Warrior two. Good. Overhead, transition your back foot, breathe, and lower down. Nice job, everybody. Step back, downward facing dog. Lower your knees. The blocks are right over your chest. Lower your chest to your knees or to your blocks and push up. Step back, down dog. Step forward, right leg. Step forward, left. Your blocks are probably smack in the middle of your legs at this point. Bend your knees and inhale all the way up. Exhale it, release, shake it out. All right, so you're gonna slide those blocks to the outside of your left foot. Inhale, reach up. I hope I have that the right side. I think I do. And take it down. You're gonna step back with your left foot. Your hands are on the blocks on your left hand. Your right hand goes to your right knee. Piece of cake. From here, you're going to grab that one top, that top block, and reach up. So if you're holding the block wide, your hands, your wrists, your forearm muscles have to work harder. If you can't hold on to it that wide, go narrower. Find your breath, everybody. Inhale your other arm up. Grab your block. Bend your elbows, take it to the back of your head. Breathe. Reach the arms up. I know it's tricky. Hold on to it with your left hand. Turn your back foot to the side position, warrior two. Breathe. Inhale up overhead. Grab your block, transition. If you're feeling really wobbly, you have to go wider. Whoop, with your hands. That's what I get for looking at the computer. Breathe, bend your elbows. Reach up. Hold it with your back hand, transition, open, watch that front knee. Find your strength here. And then reach up, take it forward. Yeah, nice. Bend the elbows, take the block to the back of your head. Maybe lift your chest. Woo. And lift up. Release that block down. Step back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Plank pose. Lower your knees, your blocks relatively over chest. Take 2 push-ups. 1, and they're not really push-ups, right? 2, take your knees off the floor. Maybe try 1, tap and lift. Down dog. Nice job, everybody. Step forward, left leg. Step forward, right. You're on either side of your blocks. Bend your knees, hands to knees, and come on up. Shake it out. Shake it out. I'm celebrating because I got that and didn't mess it up. I was practicing that one. And I'm like, how am I going to remember this? And we're adding on. So the first thing I want you to do is just shake out one shoulder. Nice and easy. Just roll it out. And shake out the other one. And breathe. Take both hands to your heart. Interlace those hands, press out, press up. Take the palms to the back of the head, open the shoulders, reach them up, and let them go. All right, so we are adding on. Please trust your body, right? Understand what you can do, can't do. The blocks, the double blocks, go to the outside of your right foot. Find mountain pose. Find your breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale all the way down. Just find some room, find some space. You're going to step back with your right foot. Make sure your stance is wide. Maybe take that left foot out a little bit. Bring your blocks in and take your right hand to your block. We're here already. Drop your back foot to the side position. Grab your block and come up, warrior two. Good, breathe. Just feel this. As you inhale, the block goes up overhead. Grab it with your other hand. Transition forward. You're back to lunge. Take that left hand block and reach it behind you. You just added a twist. Okay. Good. Reach it overhead. Woo. Take it forward. Lower it down. We're going slow. Hands to the floor. Step back down dog. Optional plank. Squeeze that belly. Optional up, knees down. And a little chaturanga to the blocks. Push back out. Take it to down dog. Step forward, left leg. Take the blocks to the outside of your left foot. I know, it's like, what the heck? Breathe, drop your back foot to the side position. Watch your front knee, grab your block. Is this gonna work? And take it up. Take it to your backhand. I'm not quite sure what I just did. Breathe. Like, why didn't that just work? Wait a minute. Inhale, reach up, grab the block, transition your back foot. We're on the same side. That's the problem. Good. Take that block down to the floor. I'm like, this feels vaguely familiar. Switch legs, everybody. Yeehaw. That's me. And I had some coffee this morning. All right, here we go. That makes more sense. When you're ready. I'm still not making sense, am I, Kristen? All right, the blocks are under your left hand. There we go. Knee, see, that's what I get for bragging. That I had it down. Drop your back foot to the side position. Grab your block. Now it makes sense in my body. Open it up. And breathe, everybody. Make sure your stance is wide enough. Breathe. Take the block up and overhead. Transition to your back foot. If you're not wide enough, it's going to feel really unstable. Grab the block with your right hand and take it back. Good. Do I get a retake? Like, inhale it up. Exhale forward. Drop the block. Step back down dog. Whew. Good. Listen up. Bend your knees. Take the knees to the floor. And sit back in child's pose. Maybe instead of arms forward, you take the hands back. Maybe you hold on to the soles of your feet and let your shoulders soften. Just breathe. Because there's more. So, all right, release from your child's pose. Come on up. Blocks are to the front of your mat. Plant your hands downward facing dog. Walk your feet halfway up. Breathe. And then the best you can, walk your feet the rest of the way until you're in your forward fold. Lengthen through your spine. Inhale all the way up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Roll your shoulders back. Shake it out. All right, let's add on Let's see where I go here. Blocks are to the outside of your right foot. I should have like a cheat sheet on the wall where y'all can't see it. That reminds me. Blah, 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 blah. All right, roll your shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. One hand to your block, step back, right foot. Here we are again. We're in the same spot we have been in, I think, 3 times now. Grab your block, turn your back foot to the side position, grab your block. Inhale, reach up. Warrior two. Front knee is where it should be, right? Take the block overhead, grab it, transition, forward hips, take the arm back. Here we are again. Breathe. Yeah, baby, listen up. You're gonna take your right hand down to your block. It might be low, it might be medium. Don't take it high, it might be too unstable. And then twist to your left and reach that block up. Breathe. Final one here. See if you can straighten your front leg. So reverse triangle pose. That's it. Watch your head, watch your neck. Breathe. Reverse what we just did. So bend your front knee. Breathe. Take the top or the front arm up. You got it. And reach it forward. Turn it to warrior two. I know. And release it. Bring those blocks back to the front of your mat. Take them between your hands. Step back, down dog. Plank pose. Knees up or not, chaturanga. Press up. Downward facing dog. And when you're ready, step forward, right leg. Find your breath. Your hands go to your left. The left hand goes to your blocks. You're going to grab one block, drop your back foot to the side, squeeze your belly. Inhale up, warrior two. Breathe. Make sure your pose is wide enough. Take the block overhead. Transition, turn your back foot and breathe. Yep, you got it. Grab the block with your right hand, open it up. Twist, twist, lean forward. Your other hand goes to your block. Lift up. Find your twist. I know. And then straighten your front leg any amount, reverse triangle. Breathe, don't lift the chin. You can look up toward the arm if your neck feels good, but don't lift the chin away from its neutral. Good, let's see if we can reverse this. Bend your knee, squeeze your belly, lift off that bottom hand. Whew. Good, transition, turn the hand, turn the foot, warrior two. And release, holy moly. Step back, down dog. Lower your knees to the floor. Come to rabbit pose. So tuck the head, hold on to your heels. Find your breath. Good, child's pose. And come on up. Oh, roll your shoulders. If you're sitting on your heels and that is okay for you, stay there. If you need to come into easy seated pose, go ahead and do that. Just roll your shoulders. Whew. That was a not so well choreographed routine. I was really having fun with that, even if I did mess it up. Set your blocks aside for now. And from however you are seated, I want you to come up on to your hands, knees, and down or downward facing dog. Press strongly into your hands. Remember the beach ball, right? Hold on to that beach ball between your elbows, but let the neck be so long, right? Make sure the shoulders are wide. Step into your left foot, raise your right foot up, and breathe. So try to level out the hips best you can. Try to extend through the legs as best you can. Come to the ball mound of your foot, front foot, if you can, or the one that's on the floor, if you can. So you're leaning more over shoulders. And then drop that heel and drop the leg. When you're ready, switch to the other side. Press into your right leg. Lift your left. Find your breath. Tone your belly, everyone. Lift to the ball mound. And lower. And release. Good. Lower to your knees. Shake out your wrists. Shake them out. Find your breath. All right, last one here, downward facing dog. 1, you're here. 2, you're going to shorten that pose again. Here we are, way short. Plant your hands, squeeze the heck out of your belly. Reach into your left foot, lift your right leg. Come to the ball mound optionally. You are pretty hovered over those wrists. Real strong prep pose for headstand. Breathe. Lower the heel, lower the leg. Other side when you're ready. Stand in your right foot, lift your left leg. Come to the ball mound. Woo. Breathe. Lower the heel, lower the leg. Listen up, whether you're short or long, walk your hands back to your feet. Bend your knees and come all the way up. And exhale. And shake it out. Nice job, everybody. It's a lot of work. So one of these days I'm going to attempt a wall class, but another way to practice those preps for handstands is with feet on the wall or even hands to the wall. So we'll do that another day, but I want you to just roll out your shoulders. And then take your feet a little bit wider on your mat, bend your knees, either hands to the floor, make sure the top of your head is released, or elbow to opposite hand so that you can hang and relax those shoulders just a little more. Try not to lift your chin at all. Let the back of the head be really long, back of the neck really long. Tone the belly in to help support your back. Find your breath. Good. Take your hands to the floor, step back, down dog. We're almost there, everybody. Lower down to your knees. Good, just pause for a second. So final little work here. We've done a lot of this before in class. You maybe have or have not. So from table pose, I want you to kickstand out your left foot. So you're kickstanding it out to the left. Make sure your left hand is in line with your left shoulder, but forward of it. And then take your right leg back. If you could draw a line from your left knee to your right heel or right arch, there's the lineup for that. And then squeeze your belly in and turn your chest to open. So this is an interesting pose. It's kind of like a quarter moon. And we just want to feel the weight on the arm, right? On the shoulder, and find that support. So, one, you're going to stay here, taking that top arm up. Two, you're going to lift that top leg to find a little bit more opening, a little bit more strength, right? In that shoulder. Breathe. Bend your top leg, reach it behind you. See if you can find your foot and come into a little bit of a back bend. Good. Open up the chest. Watch that head, watch that neck. Breathe. Release the foot. Reach up. Release your hand and release your leg. Good. I'm just going to turn myself around. When you're ready, let's do the other side. So kickstand your right foot out to the right. Stretch your left leg long so that you're planting the sole of that left foot. I didn't say that on the other side. Your right hand in line with the shoulder, but just slightly forward. And then spin yourself open. Another trick here is to make sure your behind isn't poking back, but to press the hips forward. One, you're here. Two, the arms up. Three, the leg is up. Fire up the belly and fire up the leg that's extended, right? Feel the top of your other foot pushing into the floor. Breathe. Bend your top leg. See if you can find the foot. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Open it up. Breathe. And release. Take it down. Shake it out. Good. I'm going to turn around. I don't even know why, because I don't need to on this one. I know. Shake it out. All right. Last tricky one. Plank pose. Find your breath. You're going to take your right foot and step it halfway forward, but out to the side so that your toes point out to the side. So from plank, just step up about halfway, turn your foot, turn your toes out. One, you're going to stay here. Two, you're going to drop your back foot to the pinky side. We're in half plank here, half side plank. Opening up the torso, push into your foot, press into the pinky edge of your back foot. Whew. And breathe, everybody. That's it. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Release. Straighten it all out. Come back to plank. Step forward, left foot halfway, but turn it out to the side. Turn your back foot to the pinky edge, but keep it a flex strong edge. Take the arm up. Moving that bottom waist away from the floor. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And release it. I know. And lower your knees. And just come to a seat. Wow. When I said shoulders, I meant shoulders. Woo, shake out those wrists. All right, so take one hand and circle, soft fist, circle, right? So even though my wrists are really strong for yoga, I do enough. They're talking to me right now. We've done a lot of weight, so a lot of weight on the hands. Good. And then that same hand, press the palm up. Stop in the name of love. Wax on, wax off. Lordy, this is why I don't drink coffee anymore. Grab your fingers, stretch them back. Big deep breath. And then turn the palm down and pull the palm back. Woo. Big stretch, everybody. And release. Good. Other side, curled, soft curled wrist. And curl the other way. And stop. Shoulder down, right? Don't hike up. Shoulder down. Fingers are coming back as far as they can for you. And then use your hand to press them back. And turn the palms down. Ooh, fingers down, and then use the hand. Breathe. And release, shake it out. Hands to the floor and just kind of internally, externally rotate the forearms. So you just kind of roll in those forearms or the elbows forward and in, forward and in. Good. And release. Arms out to the sides. Cross your right under your left. Bend your arms. Come to your version of eagle arms. Doesn't have to be palms touching. It can be elbows together, palms apart. And it can actually be, let's see, how did I used to do that? I don't remember. That's good. Big deep breaths, soft shoulders, everybody. And then just turn your palms forward and back, right? Just stretch out the wrists. Good for your wrist. And release. Take them out. Inhale up. Take the arms out to the side, left under right. Bend your elbows. Come to your version. Tone your belly. And then let the hands do a little hand wave. Breathe. Good. And release. Inhale up. Exhale to your heart. Roll your shoulders. Good. Leave your right knee bent, your left leg straight. So coming into Janu Sirsasana, you can be sitting on a blanket if you want. You can have a strap if you want. Don't really need one. And we know right by now, if this configuration hurts your knee, just move the foot so that it doesn't. And feel the foot press gently into your thigh press gently back into your foot. Inhale, reach up. Swan dive halfway, just halfway. Roll the shoulders away from your chest. Take the hands behind you and press them into your back pockets. Now, watch the head neck tension, right? Find the place where you are not reaching forward with your chin, you're not reaching forward with the head. And then maybe tilt forward a little bit, keeping those hands behind you. So we're really working those shoulders. As you release, just softly reach out. Hands come to the floor, they come to your foot, right? You can be upright, wherever you are. See if you can find a forward fold that makes sense for you. And then level out your chin. I am equally guilty of lifting my chin up to see where I'm going in my poses, right? But we don't need to do that, right? We don't need to lift the chin. So see if you can level out and just find the natural curve of your spine. Deep breath. Soften it out. Your level, right? Little tone to the belly here just to keep that low back in check. And come on up. Good. Listen up before we switch sides. Take that same long leg out to the side. Inhale, reach up. Your left hand goes inside your left foot. You can go palm up and just stretch. Feel that side body. You might feel this in your low back a little bit, just the side, that quadratus lumborum, that big side muscle in your back. Don't overdo it. Just stretch. And then turn your whole torso to that leg and come on down. Walk your hands to center. Come on up. Slide that leg forward. Release your other leg. Straighten it out. Point flex. And switch sides. Same thing on this side. Find the spot that makes sense for you. Press gently through this foot and thigh to have some energy in the legs. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive part way. Turn the palms in. This time, interlace. Draw the shoulders really wide as those hands are interlaced behind your back. And feel how that widens that whole chest complex. From here, softly release. Bring them forward. Take the hands down where it makes sense for you. Find your breath. For pretty much everybody, one side is tighter than the other. And so we honor that. We don't rush forward folds. We don't really rush anything, right? Find our breath. Find your breath. Soften into your pose. Good. Release. Lift your chest. Lift up. Take that leg out to the side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take the right hand down. Reach the left arm over. Breathe. And then turn your torso toward that leg. Both hands out. And just stretch. Walk your hands to center. Release that leg. Straighten both legs. Shake them both out, everybody. Bring your feet. Oh, grab your blocks. Oh, yeah, grab your blocks. So you're going to take one block if you have both of them. If you don't, maybe you have a blanket that you can put under your shoulder blades. But you're going to grab your blocks, and one block is going to be at the highest level. That's going to be for your head. The second block is going to be at the second level, and that's going to sit right at your shoulder blades. So we did so much work here. We're just going to relax into a chest opener. Find what makes sense for you. So without letting your head drop, you're going to take your lower block to the shoulder blade area. Mine is probably just below the shoulder blade tips. And then the top block is right underneath your head. Lengthen your tailbone. Another option, if this is way too much, you're going to take your lower block lower, and you're going to take your upper block one lower. That actually feels better for me this morning. And then let the arms come out. You can keep your knees bent, or you can straighten your legs. Let the arms relax out to your sides. Find your breath. If your low back is chatty, right, just like lengthen, lift your hips, lengthen that tailbone, set it back down. If it still doesn't feel good, come on out of this pose completely and just bring knees to chest. So here again, really let go of the jaw tension, right? The neck tension. Let's see if you can find a nice little opening for the front of your body. As you expand the chest, you feel the whole set of lungs moving in and out. Allow a softness to come into your body, into your mind, your heart. So, one, you're going to stay here, and this is going to be your Shavasana. So, if this just feels amazing, then feel free to stay. Otherwise, I want you to support your head, take the blocks out, set them aside, and as you come down to your back, bring your knees to your chest. Again, soften the jaw, maybe turn the head side to side. Keep one knee in as you stretch the other leg. Switch sides. Take that same long leg to the corner edge of your mat. Release your other leg to the corner edge of your mat. Shoulders are down, palms are face up, and come into your more traditional Shavasana. Relax your jaw. Relax the space between the eyes. Relax the neck and shoulders. Relax the belly and the hips and the legs. Soften even more. Notice if some of that tension started to creep back in. Staying in Shavasana for as long as you would like. If you're ready, start to wiggle your toes and your fingers. And maybe curl and uncurl your wrists, circling them a few times either way. Slowly draw your knees to your chest. Rocking side to side, allow yourself to curl all the way over to one side and imagine being in a little curled up egg. And from that little egg, start to press yourself up, emerging from that pose into your fullness as you come back to your seated pose.